Today I want to share you with a new program of our channel, which is Chat with Friends. We will invite different kinds of friends from overseas to have a chat with the latest car that are released from the car manufacturer in recent days. Today I have Ricky in my program. Ricky is a muscle man, you can see from. You have been to US and also a lot of countries in Europe. So I think you have different kinds of view to our latest EV cars and or hybrid cars in the Chinese market. So first question, can you share a little bit about your experience overseas, like in the US?
I have traveled all over the world in the last 20 years. When it's legally permitted, I would always rent a car right out from the airport and drive myself around. Being on the road has always been my way to feel the culture of a country.
So I think the US market and the Chinese market are quite different. I think in China that in recent years we have a lot of EV products and a lot of hybrid products. But I think in the UK, apart from Tesla, you couldn't have a lot of EV products to buy, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, for the American market, I think it's kind of diversified. People from the urban areas, like from the cities, they would favor more EVs, so much more than of those from the rural areas, where are still mostly dominated by the full-sized pickup trucks.
Pickup trucks and SUVs.
This EV concept were initiated by Tesla in the USA, but it's the northern European countries like Norway, like Iceland, like Sweden.
Yeah, they have a lot of policy support.
Yeah, the policy support, and even the consumers, they are more willing to switch to. It looks more environmentally friendly and that thing.
Today I have a Chinese brand like BYD's premium brand, which is called方程豹. So I look up the internet and I couldn't find the translation of the 方程豹, so we can just call it 方程豹. I want to show you this car and let's have a test drive.
Fantastic.
Okay, let's
Fantastic.
go.
Thank you.
So Ricky, now we are next to the 方程豹 5.
Yeah.
So what's your first impression of this boxy car?
Well, it's definitely a boxy car. Looks like quite like a box, but from the edges to the corners, they're not really so sharp. I think it's kind of rounded, so it strikes me more like Defender-oriented design instead of the G-Wagon style.
Yes, the size and the scale of it is just equals to the Mercedes G-Wagon and the Defender.
Oh, yeah.
And also you can see a lot of muscle lines, like you show on your muscle.
Yeah. And also this high-profile tires, which is good for off-roading, and also this space between the arc and the wheel.
Yes, the scale of the wheel is not very big, but the tires are more thicker than the SUVs, like the city SUVs.
Why did I say it's more like a Defender oriented because of this panel? This one definitely strikes me as it has to be an inspiration from the
Yes, it's
Defender.
very similar to the Defender's third row, right?
Yeah, right.
So this car is with a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine with two electric motors, one in the front and one in the back.
So the engine does drive the wheels directly?
Yes.
Not just a generator?
From different mode, you can have it directly or not directly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It can also charge the batteries.
Okay, yeah.
It has a 31.6 kilowatts hours battery. So the electric pure mode, you can have a 125 kilometers run in a single charge.
Yeah, I think that's totally enough for
Yes,
daily
in
commuting.
the city you can just on the EV mode.
Yeah.
When you go to another city or the countryside, you can have the hybrid version.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense for this car the plug-in hybrid system to work like that. For daily commuting, we can just use the pure EV mode. But when you want to go long distance travel or we really go off-roading,
Yes.
we can use the engine.
Yes. And also the system combined, it has 626 horsepower.
That's crazy.
So that's like a supercar's power level.
Yeah, like a hybrid car.
Yes,
definitely.
the 0 to 62 miles an hour, I think it's from 4.8 seconds. So do you have a willing to try on this car?
I can't wait.
Yes?
Can't wait.
Okay, let's have a try.
Yeah.
So after 20 kilometers of test drive, do you have some words to express about this 方程豹 5? The ride and the performance and so on. Freestyle.
Okay. First of all, this car or this vehicle is definitely so different than any cars that I have driven before.
Yeah.
I guess it's because of the body weight or what. But the first thing when I'm sat in this car, my first impression was it has great view.
Yeah. It's really high.
Front and back and
The mirror side.
Yeah, the decent size of rear view mirrors and on the two
Yes.
sides as well gives us very good viewing angles of the road. The maneuverability of this one
Yeah.
is not so great because when you turn the steering wheel, the reaction is kind of slow. I think the reason for that is the
Suspension.
Yeah, the suspension is too soft, or the damping the damping force is too soft. It's not able to hold the body position. So when you do something like rather quick,
Yes.
like to turn the steering wheel, it's slow.
And also that their slogan is the performance of the car. You can see on the back, you can see 4.8 seconds of the acceleration time.
But later when I switched
To the performance mode,
to
the race mode.
The
right?
racing mode, and the power output seemed quite different, and in the racing mode, the power is so much stronger
And more direct.
Yeah, and more direct and swift power. In that case, it's quite possible for the 4.8 seconds acceleration.
So these days that these kind of plug-in hybrid SUVs are quite popular in Chinese market. So do you think these kinds of vehicle, if someday export to like European or US, do you think it will be popular in those markets?
For my experience,
Yes.
I think the Americans, especially those from the rural areas,
Yes.
away from the cities, from the urban areas,
Yes.
and also the consumers from Europe, I think they would prefer a plug-in hybrid
Yes.
over a pure electric cars.
yeah.
You know, it's not like all those countries they have great charging stations.
Yes.
So for those countries like Germany or France or other European countries towards the south, like Spain, maybe Portugal, and I think the charging network is not quite developed as it is in China.
Yes.
So having a plug-in hybrid is a good idea if you have your own charging facility. That's great, but if you don't, you can still rely on gasoline power. Yeah. So for my opinion, I think this could be a good solution to those customers.
Yes.
Or to those markets.
Yes. And then we also hope that this kind of Chinese brand will go to the world someday. Because so many years we see the brands from Germany and brands from the US for quite a long time.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the electric powered may be the chance for us.
Yeah, definitely. We are already seeing, this kind of change is taking place.
Yes, in recent years.
Yeah, maybe in the last 5 years, the perception from people toward Chinese branded cars, Chinese branded vehicles, is changing dramatically.
Yes.
It's not like maybe 10 or 20 years ago when people think of Chinese car, they think it's mimicking the copycat and low quality and low building quality.
Yes. Just for the
very low end by foreign friends from outside of China, when they see all the new cars that's on the streets in Shanghai, in other cities within China, the first impression is they were amazed by the looking. And since most, maybe 40% of the cars sold in China are electric, so they're quiet.
Okay, thank you, Ricky, for our test track with us. We hope to see you again in the future. We will have different kinds of car review. So comments below if you like this video, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
Yes, bye.